Hello and welcome to this video that's going to be a little bit different to usual because this is the first vlog I've ever done on the channel. So as you can see here, me and my girlfriend Freya are heading towards the train station to get a train to Doncaster, which is then going to take us to York. Of course, while waiting for the train, we had to get a nice cheeky little Greggs. I got a sausage roll and Freya got a vegan Mexican chicken bake. Hello, you join me here in Doncaster, where we're waiting for the train to York, which is where we're going for my 30th birthday. So taking you along, gonna look at the hotel, go to a few shops. There's a travelling man that sells manga and comics and that sort of stuff. There's an independent game shop that's actually quite famous in this country, and probably loads of other stuff. So we're about to go into the hotel room, so let's give you a bit of a room tour, and this is also my first impressions because I've not even seen this before, not even online. So let's go. Looks roomy in here. Already there's like a dining room situation over there.
You might have to put the card in here.
Oh, there we go, the lights are on. The door's not shut, shut that. Okay, right, so we might as well go into the first room that I've seen. We've got a fancy looking bathroom. Look at that shower. It's got like an overhead thing with like all fancy showers. We've got a bath.
Oh yeah.
Jeez. This is the sort of like tile that I want in our bathroom. Looks fancy. Right, let's go and have a look at the rest of the place.
Massive shower.
Yeah. Yeah, it looks ridiculously nice.
I'm guessing this is just a cupboard.
Cupboard, yeah, I'm assuming. Oh, he's got a washing machine. We can wash all our stuff while we're in.
Yeah, boy.
That's actually pretty, like, that's a big room, really.
I don't know if we'd be allowed to use them, but... Well, we don't need to. We're only here for 2 nights. We're only here for 2 nights.
Wow, so it's like a proper like little flat. This is really nice. Look at the posh looking toaster and kettle. It's got like glittery handles. That's how you know we're in a fancy place. Oh, so there's a fridge. Oh no, it's a microwave. Egg cups. So this must be the fridge. Yeah. Got a TV.
Quite a nice view.
Sofa. Let's have a look at the bedroom then. This is going to be the nicest bit probably. Yeah, look at that.
Bed looks massive.
Got a nice, yeah, like, that's going to be like a super king, surely. Super king bed. This is nice.
Yeah, it looks huge.
This is really nice.
What's in here?
I don't know. Is it just like a wardrobe? Yeah.
Oh, massive wardrobe.
It's got a blanket. It's even got lighting inside the wardrobe.
It's huge.
Wow. Yeah, this is nice. This is really nice. Right, okay.
Right, we'll sign off and come back to you later then.
Yeah, we'll find something to do in York, I'm sure. So we'll take
we're
you
going
out
to go out
with
for
us.
food, aren't we?
Yeah, we'll get some food. Not sure where we're getting that yet, but we've found a lot of like Asian, like street food sort of places. So that's probably what we're going to end up getting. So we'll take you along for that, and we'll see you there probably. The print quality on this, it's not very good, is it? It looks unofficial.
Yeah, it does actually. Blurry.
This is Primark, by the way. We're not going to be sponsored by them anytime soon, are we? So after Primark, we went on a little bit of a stroll around the town just to get ourselves familiar with everything. And then after that, we went to get some food at a place called YUZU, which is like this Asian style situation. So we got a couple of cocktails as well, a couple of rum punches, which are actually pretty good. They were quite expensive though, considering how small they were. We also got some sriracha fries, some hoisin fries, a couple of bao buns with pulled pork in them, and some hoisin duck gyozas. The food here was actually really nice, so I would definitely recommend giving this place a visit if you're ever in the area. It's got a really chilled out atmosphere, which we really liked, and if you're a fan of beer, there's also this like sort of brewery section that does all different types of beer as well. So yeah, that'd probably be for you if you're into that sort of thing. Me, myself, I'm more into spirits though. After leaving YUZU, we were kind of just looking for things to do, and we eventually came across a cocktail bar called Evil Eye. So while in here, we got a couple of cocktails. I got something called a Caribbean Punch, which basically has amaretto and quite a lot of rum in it. And Freya got something called a Key West Cooler, which has melon liqueur, some peach schnapps, rum and vodka in it. Right, so now we're back at the hotel and we're just about to have a tea and coffee and kind of just chill out for the rest of the night. So tomorrow is kind of going to be the main day where we're actually kind of like doing stuff. Tomorrow is the day where Freya's got some surprises planned for me. I think we're going to go around the like walk that you can do on the castle walls. We're also going to go to more shops as well. So yeah, plenty to look forward to tomorrow. No doubt I'm going to find quite a lot of things to buy. So yeah, quite a busy day tomorrow. As well, right now we're going to eat some snacks. So I think we're going to actually do a taste test of the weird like Haribo fizzy things that we got. So let's see how they compare to the Tang Fastics. So there we go. We've got all of our drinks and stuff ready. We've got a coffee just here
and a peppermint tea.
Yeah, Freya's got a peppermint tea. It's not really my sort of thing.
No, I had one for ages because we ran out of them.
Yeah, we did not long ago. I tend to be more of a coffee person myself than a tea person, but every now and then a tea is nice. Peppermint tea though, I'm not that keen on. So anyway, let's start. So these Haribo things are called what? Zing Fest? So I think they're new. I've never heard of these before, but
I saw them in a Matt and Emma YouTube video.
Oh, okay.
I think it was them. Yeah.
So my go-to Haribo tend to be the Tang Fastics ones, which are the normal fizzy ones. So I'm assuming that these are going to be very similar, if not exactly the same, to be honest.
They smell like my sort of sweet.
Yeah, I mean they just smell exactly like Tang Fastics, to be honest. They do kind of.
Smell more fruity.
You think?
What are you going to try?
I don't know, they're all different shapes as well, I think.
I'm going to go for a blue one. Sunglasses.
I'm just going to go for the first one that I find. I think, what is this? Oh, this is like a ice ski or something, I think. Or like just a boot, I think. A bit of a weird shape for a sweet, but what are you going to do?
I wouldn't say that they were zingy.
They're not very fizzy at all.
No, not at all. But the flavour's nice.
They've kind of just got sugar on the outside.
Yeah, it's not zingy. It's not like a Tang Fastic.
No. So yeah, tomorrow we've got the wall walk, we've got breakfast and dinner planned, we've got potentially the dungeons, and also going to all of the shops that I want to go to as well. So it should be a pretty busy day. Should be more to show you tomorrow. So yeah, stay tuned to see more of our trip. So this is now the next day, and this was my actual birthday. So in the morning, Freya got all of my presents organised and ready, and we just had a fairly chilled hour or so where I just unwrapped everything and we had another tea and coffee, and basically just got ready for the day. Then we set out into York once again. We was just kind of walking around taking in the sights for quite a while on this morning actually. We went to the Shambles, which are these really nice little streets that supposedly Diagon Alley in Harry Potter was actually kind of modelled after, so that was really nice. And then I had my first surprise that Freya had booked, which was actually breakfast at a place called Bill's. So here we are, we're kind of on York High Street now, although it's not really just one high street, there's quite a lot of streets, but we're going to Travelling Man, and then we're going to Saw Thumb Retro Games. So these are the two shops that I kind of want to visit the most, so it makes sense to start with them. And then we'll also see what else there is for us to find as well. Does that sound like a plan? So here we are at one of the most anticipated shops of the journey, Saw Thumb Retro Games. Like I said earlier in the video, this is actually a pretty famous retro gaming shop. They have stalls at loads of different game expos and stuff, and you can see why, considering the amount of games that they've got here. There's stuff stacked up basically up to the ceiling, and it's quite overwhelming when you first go in there, but you slowly walk around and get to grips with everything and realize that despite it looking like it's kind of all over the place, it is actually organized. Like this was the Pokemon section, where they had Japanese versions as well as the standard PAL versions of games, an entire wall of PlayStation 1 games, which I'm pretty sure is the biggest amount of PS1 games that I've ever seen in one area. They had glass cabinets that had some of the rarer and more expensive stuff, including a Japanese Castlevania Symphony of the Night, which was nice. I've never seen that before. As well as games though, they also had some collectible type things like pins, and they basically had stuff spanning every single system imaginable. They even had a little NES section that has one of my favourite NES games, Bionic Commando, for £15, which is just a steal. After visiting Saw Thumb Retro Games, we went straight to a shop called Travelling Man, which sells loads and loads of different types of board and card games, and it also sells comic books as well as manga. I'm not really normally into board games, but I found myself gravitating towards a couple of them, and I might have even have picked a couple up, but I won't ruin that surprise for you. The main section that we were interested in was the manga section, and I've been to a couple of other Travelling Man shops in the country, and this one seemed to have the biggest manga section that I've seen in any of them. There was bargain bins on the floor which had slightly damaged manga sold at a discounted price, and it was organised really well as well. It was organised sort of by publisher, which I've never really seen any of the other shops do, so that was interesting. It made it quite easy to navigate though, because they were doing an offer where all of the manga published by Viz was on 3 for 2, so it was quite easy to see which ones were in the offer and which ones weren't. I keep picking up a manga called PTSD Radio, and it sounds really interesting from the blurb, and also the cover art keeps bringing me in. So you'll have to let me know if you've read that and what you think of it, because I keep seeing it everywhere. After visiting Travelling Man, we went to Waterstones, and these are found all across the country. You won't ever struggle to find one of these. The disadvantage of Waterstones is that they don't do any offers like the 3 for 2 offer that I talked about in Travelling Man, but I do find that the selection at Waterstones tends to be quite good, so if you're willing to spend a little bit more, you'll very often find something interesting here. Yet again, I found myself looking at PTSD Radio, but yet again, I didn't actually buy it. Another thing that Waterstones is particularly good for is that they do a lot of big box sets of manga. There was this one of My Hero Academia that looks pretty cool, but I don't really know if I would actually like that manga. It doesn't really seem like my sort of thing. Next on the agenda was mini golf, which Freya had booked for my birthday, and we did this at a wizard-themed mini golf course called the Hole in Wand. Then after that, we did the City Wall Walk that is pretty famous in York, and the wall actually goes pretty much all the way around the city. We didn't do the entire length of the wall though, we just did Bootham Bar to Walmgate Bar. Get a pretty good combo grinding across this wall in the Tony Hawk games. A kick flip after every single one of these gaps. Get the point multiplier up. Good job. After chilling out in the apartment for a few hours, we then went out for the evening to get food at a really nice sort of burger-focused restaurant called the Fat Hippo. I had their signature burger, which is actually called the Fat Hippo, and mine was really, really delicious. Freya ended up getting something called the Wild Bill, and although hers was nice, I don't think she was as impressed with hers as I was with mine. On the next day, the first thing we did is get breakfast at a place called Lucky Days. We then hit the town once again and went back to the Shambles to take a look at more of the Harry Potter themed shops, and these were actually really good. I'm not that big on Harry Potter, but they had a lot of stuff for Harry Potter fans out there. We then visited a little shop called the Cat Gallery, and we actually ended up picking up quite a few things from here, which was unexpected, and they even have an online shop as well if you're interested in taking a look for yourself. After this, we stopped off at Costa to refill our energy. I had a chocolate tiffin and Freya had a lemon curd tart, and I also had a vanilla iced latte while Freya went for a coconut hot chocolate. And that turned out to be one of the last things that we did in York, because after that we headed to the train station in order to get back home. When we finally did get home, we gave the cats the toys that we got from the Cat Gallery, which they immediately fell in love with. But if you want to know what else we got from York, then keep an eye out on the channel, because the next video going up will be a big haul of everything that I got for my birthday, as well as everything that we picked up in York. If you enjoyed the video, give it a like, subscribe to see more stuff like this coming soon, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!